got my voice going. I'm pretty sure everything's working. How's it going, Maxim? How you doing? Yeah, I figured I'd get the night vision. Ooh, look at that. Really nice. Some stuff moving around. Everything's working here. Yeah, got my voice going. I'm pretty sure everything's working. How's it going, Maxim? There we go. How you doing? Cut that sound out. My desktop audio was turned on. I had to turn it down. Sorry about that, guys. Just gonna have this so I can see the chat better. Yeah, they got some new drones out, so yeah, my voice, I had the desktop audio turned on, and I didn't realize it, so how's it going? Yeah, I was just reading your comment there, Maxim. Yeah, I'm just going to fix this screen a little bit. I got to adjust this. I want to go up a little bit because right now I'm facing too far down. I'm going to go straight up. That way. Okay, that's almost straight up, looking up. Yeah, so I was getting pretty hit really hard earlier. The 9 hit me with frequencies and shit, and couldn't get any information either. So yeah, I'm taking a break, and I'm gonna watch the night sky tonight. I figured I'd go live. Anybody wants to watch it, go right ahead. I'm just wondering if it's bright enough on here for you guys to see. It's weird because when I look in the preview on my OBS, where the live feed is coming in from the camera, it looks pretty good. But when I'm looking on YouTube, it's not bad, but it seems a little. Oh no, it's not too bad. Okay, not if I full screen it, looks pretty good. It's not too bad, actually. Yeah, so I'm hoping I catch some stuff tonight. I didn't share this on Facebook. I might as well share this now before I forget. See if people want to come in and watch it. Just give me a second here. There we go. Yeah, if you can see it on mobile, if you got good eyes, you can probably see a lot, eh? Right now, I'm looking at it live, and live here is a little bit faster, but it'll come up on there. I'm watching something moving across the sky. This time of night, you get a lot of satellites going across. A lot. I think I'm going to brighten this up just a little bit more, just so... let's see here. Get my brightness up just a tad. Hopefully that brightens up the screen just a little bit for you guys. Huh. Yeah, we've been getting lots of storms here where I am in southern British Columbia. What was it? 2 nights ago, we got a crazy thunder lightning storm. It was nuts. The wind came in, it was shaking the windows in the house. Massive lightning, but then we got tons of rain afterwards. It all started around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night and it rained all night. But there was a lot of lightning. Yeah, I'm hoping I catch something tonight, though. Last time I live streamed, I didn't really catch nothing out of the ordinary. And then a few days ago, I set the camera outside and I just recorded, didn't even watch it, just recorded it for about an hour and a half. And then brought it in, went through the footage, didn't catch anything at all. I did catch Starlink, though, a couple weeks ago, which was really odd. Like a whole strip of satellites went by. It looked pretty crazy I didn't share it. I didn't make a video about it, but it looked like Starlink when you get that strip of satellites. But the odd thing about it was I looked at the launches and there was no launch for Starlink at that time. It was scheduled for a couple of days ahead of when I was recording. So I was trying to figure out what was it? Like, was it Starlink or was it another group that were setting it up satellites like that? Yeah, they know I'm looking sometimes. I might actually get that file where Starlink is there. I can't. No, I can't do that right now. I'd have to edit it out. The video's too long. But I could grab it and take a look. But not right now. Well, I was kind of happy. I passed the 1,000 mark on subscribers here on YouTube finally, which is kind of nice. I'm at 1,200. I'm almost at 1,300 subscribers, which I'm pretty happy about because I want to grow my YouTube channel just so I can reach more people. And these live streams, oh, what is that? I'll be doing different live streams, I'm thinking, on YouTube as well, not just Nightvision and stuff like that, but you know, I might put together some stuff to do lives. It's just I have to get time to do it. I don't have very much time to do lives and things like that because I'm looking after my wife. Right now my son is here, so he's watching her, and you know, she needs help a lot because she fractured her spine about 2 months ago and fractured 5 ribs. So she's bedridden right now, which is kind of sad, but she's just starting to get up now. I think I'm going to bring this out so I can see this bigger for myself. Let me just see here. Window. There we go. 2 objects coming in, same direction from the top. Yeah, she's actually sleeping right now. What is that? I think I caught something. I got something. There's an object moving in. It looks like a U shape right down in the middle right now. You can barely see it on my screen. You probably can't see it. It's one of those cloaked fucking ships. It's just going by satellite right now. It's going down. It's almost in the middle, going down very, very slow. Holy shit, I caught another one of those damn ships. It was barely visible on my screen. Now, the live stream quality is not as good as the camera recording. So when I get that camera recording, I'm going to be able to make a video about it later on, either tonight or tomorrow. That was crazy. That's the first one. I can't believe they went over this early at night. I don't know if you saw it or not. It was very, very faint. Super faint. It didn't look like a triangle. It almost looked like a U shape of light. A U shape almost. That was wild. I can't go back on it because I just got to let it record and do its thing. Shit, that was quick. Were you able to see it? Let me know, because I like it was so hard for me to see on here on the screen that I'm looking at. And the YouTube live screen is just a little bit darker. Can't see as much. It was really dim. Wow. Fuck, I should have followed it. I got too excited and I didn't grab my remote control to follow it. Shit. Damn it. Maybe it'll come by again or something else. I've seen those before though. Like I've seen that one before. Very similar. It looks like almost like a U shape. It didn't have the triangle shape like the last one. It had a U shape. Shit. I might have to, I'm only going to record for a little while, I think I'm going to grab that camera, bring in the goddamn footage after. And yeah, kind of like a horseshoe. Kind of, not really. It was a wider U, right? Not like almost a U, but not quite a U. Like not quite. Like it didn't go, like the sides weren't, straight up and down. You know how U goes straight up and down? It was a little bit wider. Almost like a V, kind of like spread out, but round at the front of it. Damn, I can't believe I didn't use my remote to follow it. Son of a bitch. I'm going to have to keep the remote in my hand. Shit. Oh. So the way I'm pointing, that thing would have been going to the north, because north is down on the screen and up is south, the way I got the camera positioned. East is on the right side, west is on the left side. I don't know, man, but that was wild. Caught something right away. So U-shaped object went right in front of the camera, and I didn't follow it with the damn remote. Son of a bitch. That's going to be something to look at. I'm definitely going to post a video on that tomorrow because that was kind of cool. It was so dim, though. Like you could barely see it moving. Like you could barely see it. And it's fairly big, too. Like, I mean, it's not like these satellites moving through. It was pretty, it's like probably 8 of those satellites across. That's how wide it was. Or, well, bigger than that, actually, maybe. Yeah. Hmm. Well, there's another satellite. Yeah. See, those objects that are moving, like I've looked in the sky at night with my eyes and with binoculars and everything else. Never caught those triangle craft or those U-shaped craft with my eyes. Only in the infrared spectrum do I see them. Oh, there's something else. What is that? It's super dim. I think it's just a satellite, though. Yeah. Hopefully it'll catch more. The only thing about going live, I guess, anybody on my time zone right now will be in bed sleeping. Right? I started this a little early, but it was like 10 o'clock. I've never seen those objects at this early in the night, though. Every time I caught those objects, it's always past 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. So I guess it's just, I guess they do come out earlier when I could see them. Yeah, so I made another couple videos. Oh, oh, well, you're good. Shit, you're perfect timing for you. You just 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, everybody in, like in the United States and Canada, anybody in the middle, they're gonna be like in the middle of the night, right? 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully I'll be able to brighten that up when I go through the footage because it was so dim. But catching it with this, yeah, I should be able to see it pretty good with this. I mean, afterwards when I get it on the original recording, the camera off the file on the camera. You don't work? Well, then you're gonna be up all night watching it if you're on the same time zone as me. But you wouldn't be. Are you on are you in Australia? Oh no, you can't be. You should, or can you be? What country are you in, Maxim? Oh, there's another object moving there. What the hell is that? Some of these I can barely see. They're so dim. It's gone now. I can't see shit. Huh. Oh, Maxine. Yes. Okay. Australia. Yep. Now I remember. And you guys are a day ahead of us, too. So I have to get a better chair. This chair sucks. Mm. The moon is not out tonight yet, so I don't know. I wasn't looking. I didn't see it in the sky, so. Yeah. It's not bad though. Getting more people on YouTube, that's pretty good. I was gonna stream to Facebook, but then I changed my mind. I'm gonna just stream to YouTube. I'm gonna get better internet soon. So once I get better internet, I can stream to more places because I could stream to all my platforms then because right now my internet speed, upload speed is not that great. So it'll bring the stream quality down if I stream to too many places. So soon I'm going to get better internet and then it'll stream better. More platforms, stream on both my channels, on YouTube, I mean Facebook, and then YouTube, and stream on Rumble. Oh shit, I might even stream to TikTok. Who knows? Yes, YouTube is better for full screen. Definitely. Plus, you can the upload quality. If you got really good internet, you can get the up. Why is that one stopping? Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't stopping. That was a star. Okay. For a minute there, I thought one of those things stopped. What? Oh, what is that? That's really super dim. Hmm. Yeah, some of these objects that are coming in are pretty blurry. I'm wondering if I wonder why the quality's looking like this. I'm going to take a look at this stuff. Hold on. I'm going to try to fix the quality coming out. Let's see if that might work a little bit better. I just brighten it up a little bit. Hopefully it comes to YouTube better too. A lot of satellites, though. I got to run to the washroom for a minute. I'm going to leave the live stream going. I will be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Hopefully, I didn't miss anything. Did I miss anything? Okay, I gotta fix this screen for myself again. Make that larger. There we go. Didn't see. Good, I didn't miss shit. That's awesome. Oh, I should share that over here too. Yeah, hopefully I'll catch some more. There we go. Sharing my links, just trying to figure this shit out. There we go. Yeah, so I made a video earlier. I put it up because people kept bugging me because I talk about AI and I talk about the AI data centers and the bad things about them, right? But then a couple people were like, oh, you're a hypocrite because you make some videos in some of your videos and some of your contents in AI and some music. And I was like, well, yeah, because I explained that it's all the interdimensional beings and all that crap. They created the money system. They created, they're the ones that are, and they also had their hands in the internet, the computers, the phones, pretty well all our technology, a lot of it. And so everybody's using that. We're all using that. And I was trying to explain to them, I'm using whatever I can in the system against the system. So that's just the way it's going to work. Right? If I can get my message out however, any way I can, I'm going to use what tools I can in the system because that's all I can use. Right? So yeah, I'll have to check the replies. I might have read your reply. I'm not sure. The thing is, people are like, they're not realizing the stuff about AI. Some people are just saying, well, don't use it. It's evil, right? Or don't do this or don't do that. And it's like, yeah, the what they're doing is bad, but I mean, you're not going to stop it, right? Not that way. Right. And, so I figured I'm going to use it, my art, my graphics, my video work, my music. I write the music myself, but then I create the music in AI. So yeah, I'm going to use that to get the message out. Yeah. Like some people, I don't agree with the people that are using chat GPT and some other ones, and they're asking the AI questions about reality and stuff like this, because it's the AI tool. When you watch enough people using it, it's designed and programmed to serve the person that it's talking to. Right. And it learns the AI learns what you're asking the questions about, what you're interested in, and all these other things, just like the algorithms figuring you out. And so it's going to reply the way you like it most of the time. Right. And it is and a lot of the AI, a lot of the AI is just It's searching the internet, just at lightning speed to come up with answers, right? So it's not ants, but it can be a bad thing because it could say things that aren't true to you, just because it's trying. That's the way they designed it. I was watching the trailer today, the last trailer they made for Disclosure Day, that new movie coming out by Steven Spielberg. And I find it, I just seen a meteor down there. That was cool. I find it funny. It's coming out the same time as they're talking about disclosure. Like, come on. Anybody could put two and two together that they want that movie out to put something in the minds of the people for whatever they got planned, right? For the disclosure. So I don't know when they're going to do disclosure, though, but right. And so, of course, now they show a gray alien at the end of the trailer, the newest trailer. And I thought that was funny because the grays are I'm trying to explain to everybody what I learned. The grays are the top. They are the owl. They are what I'm talking about. Ooh, what was that? That one flashed. No, it's just dimming out. They are the owl. They are the ones. I heard they're the top. Right? They kept that hidden from me for frickin' a long time, too. Just because, in the beginning when I learned all this stuff, it was always about the reptilians, the snake beings, the reptilians. But when I really got into figuring this shit out, finally I figured out it's them. They're not at the bottom. They're not just, some people say they're robots and all these other things, or they're minions for the reptilians. No, it's exact opposite. And that's the big lie. Because the grays are not seen as, a lot of people don't see the grays as evil that much. So, and they're the ones that are the most. But like I said, these interdimensional beings, they want to keep things so secret and hidden on what they are, who they are. And, yeah. Oh, I'm drinking some hot cocoa. Not hot chocolate. I drink cocoa. It's way better. See, I'm talking so much, I'm not watching the screen. Shit. But it's not too bad because I'm just going to go over the footage if I miss anything anyway. Do I know about them through the astral plane? Yes and no. I have experienced the grays a long time ago. I think I explained that before. I'm not sure if I explained it to you, that Um, I was at a house where there was an abduction that happened a couple times. So I seen them. But how I found out my information is I learned a certain way to do things. I'm not really ready to tell people how I do what I do just because it's a little dangerous. And if I start explaining to people how I do what I do, I've been doing it for a very long time, and it opens up. You get opened up to these things, and if you're not prepared for it, and you don't know how to protect yourself against them, it's not a good idea to do it yet. Like, I just want to make sure that when I do talk about how I do what I do, it's safe for people to do it. And not everybody will be able to do it. But I don't have any special abilities or anything like that. I know I do have some things I know ahead of time. I've been out of bodies. I've done all these other things, had lots of weird experiences with certain things, but I wouldn't say that I'm a psychic, or I wouldn't say anything like that. So it's just something I learned from someone a long time ago. I've been debating a lot. I want to explain to everybody how I do the things that I like, how I figure out the information I get. I want to do it. I want to give it so bad. But the thing is, I always sit back and I think, because of the things that I know and how this stuff will open you up to them. And that's why I'm thinking, you know, eventually I'll let some other people know, right? But we'll see, because when I first learned how to do this, what I did, it was quite a while ago, and it was safe to do it then, right? It was safe to do it because it was brand new, and not very many people knew how to do this certain thing. And it caught them, I heard, off guard that I was able to do this, and other people, there's some other people that I knew that were able to do this. It caught them off guard, so they didn't, I had other people teach me a few things that they learned. And, but now it's gotten to the point where they're desperate and they're doing things like, I get attacked 3 to 4 times a day from frequencies because of this. And if I didn't know how to protect myself from this, I would probably think I'm dying or I'd be going in the hospital trying to figure out, like, when they first attacked me the way they did, I didn't know what was going on. That was back in 2020, and they started attacking me, and I didn't know. At that point, I didn't know how to protect myself, and it was bad. Like, I ended up in the hospital, right? And I thought my heart was going to explode. I was having panic attacks, massive panic attacks, and my brain was doing weird things, and it was uncontrollable, and the doctors couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with me. I thought maybe, like, at first I didn't know I didn't know what was happening because I didn't know they were attacking me. I just thought there was something wrong with me physically. So I went to the hospital. Got taken to the hospital really fast. They checked me out. They didn't know what was going on with me. My heart was racing at 220 beats per minute, and it was uncontrollable, where it would just go and then stop and go back to normal and then take off again and go. It was brutal. And so And then I went and got checked by heart specialists, and they checked me out, and they told me that there's nothing wrong with me. There's physically nothing wrong with me. They had to guess. And another thing that was happening to me was my fight or flight mechanism for the panic thing that was going on. They said they couldn't figure it out. They said it was just being triggered, and they didn't know what was triggering it, and they couldn't. And they had no idea, and I had to figure it all out by myself. I had to start using what I knew how to do. And then I learned what was happening to me afterwards. Right. And I had to learn how to protect myself from them. And I did. And when I finally did, then I was able to slow down the attacks. But they're relentless. They don't stop hitting me. It's an everyday thing. I know that it's like I found out that how they attack me is it says they're using frequencies kind of like similar to HARP. The frequencies, they're using low frequencies on me. They're using high frequencies on me. And then I found out they were doing also psychic attacks on me. They were projecting things into my dreams, which would trigger my body to go into some weird shit that was going on. It said they would manipulate my dreams. What else? Yeah, and the only difference was they were showing themselves to me too. I could the dark shadows. I was after all that stuff happened to me with my heart and all that stuff. It was a few months later before I was able to fight back. I started seeing them in the daytime, the shadow beings, right? And they would be moving around in my house or standing there by my doorway or in the windows, stuff like that. I would catch them at the corner of my eye. And then a couple of them, I would look straight at them and I could see them in the dark, like in a dark lit room. But then once I learned how to fight back, they got the hell out of my place. they didn't hang around anymore. Oh, I've learned how to chill out massively. Right? I've been able to control like those panic attacks that I don't get those no more. But I mean, they try to do it on me, but I know what it is now. I know what's causing it. So I don't freak out. I don't go, what's going on with me? I know exactly. Whoa, look how bright that's getting. Wow. Yeah, I don't, my brain doesn't go off in different directions now. I know what's happening. So I sit there, I do what I got to do to stop them as a defense mechanism, and then it stops. Well, these things were attacking me. Like I said, psychically and otherwise, right? And the only reason they were attacking me is because of what I do and the information I know. And I started letting out information about them, right? And like when I started my channels, which was a couple years, not even a year or two later after that happened, I decided, okay, I'm going to let out all my information that I know. Fuck them. And they hit me. They started attacking me more when they did that. So I just fight with them constantly. But yeah. See, I dealt with shadow beings them a long time ago, but and they never attacked me in the way that they because there's different shadow beings. There's regular shadow beings like the normal grays and stuff like that. But this group that was attacking me, like physically, like with the physical harm and the frequencies, these I learned was the 9, and the 9 were attacking me. And the 9 is, I learned that the 9 came from it's called the Ennead. You ever heard ancient Egypt, the Ennead gods, or the 9 gods? That's what these things are. They've been around that long. And they're the grays. But everybody they're portrayed out to be these Egyptian gods and these other gods. And they're also portrayed out to be what's called the Council of 9. You hear about all these conspiracies about the 9 and who are the 9 unknown men, or this group, and it's them. And I learned that their real name that I heard they go by is the 9 Oaks, right? And that's what they go by. And they're way more. They're not particular. I gotta explain this better. They are hybrids, it says. So they're walking around. Some of them are people that are walking around on this planet. And some of them are in different dimensions, it says, and they're not physically in this dimension, but some of them are and some of them aren't. And there's 9 of them, but there's a larger group that there's not just 9 of them. There's the 9 main ones, and then they have a group underneath them that attack as well, which I think is another 8 or 10 more of them. Yeah, so these aren't just normal shadow beings. These are the ones that are at the top. These are the big baddies, basically. So some of them, I know some of them who they are. I cannot say who they are yet, because that will open up some big things. That's another thing I want to be able to tell people who they are. But the only thing is, if I let that information out too, when people know this, they might do something that might get them hurt. Some of them are, I can say this, some of them are very famous, high up, in certain companies, CEOs of certain companies, or used to be CEOs of certain companies, of corporations. Some of them are connected to the Vatican. And some of them are, let me think, other ones. Some of them portray to be gods. Let's just say that. So, yeah. But it makes me, it's funny because some of their names they go by, they have their human name, but they also have their God name with them that they use, I found out. And it's funny because it makes me think of, if you ever watched Stargate, the TV show Stargate and Stargate Atlantis. It's funny because if you ever watch that, they have the gray aliens on Stargate called the Asgard, and all of them have god names of the Norse gods like Loki, Thor, all this stuff, which I find it funny. But some of them also have other god names. Oh shit, I just got disconnected. Hold on a second. I'm going to put this in intermission mode for 2 seconds while I fix this. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it fixed. I'm back. Yeah. Oh, you've never watched Stargate? Really? Stargate is hilarious because it's whoever wrote it knows something, because in Stargate, the aliens they have this parasite, looks like a little snake being that enters the person and takes over their body, and they use these people as hosts, and they're the Egyptian gods. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. The movie is good. The movie kind of shows the alien more, that it looks like a gray alien, but like a spirit of it. The TV show is not bad either. Like the TV show shows the gray aliens and all that stuff. And it's kind of a funny sci-fi show. Not bad. It doesn't get good till like season 3 or something when they introduce all the other aliens. But yeah, and it's got some interesting stories, especially with the Egyptian gods being aliens, and that they need humans as hosts to live. And they're like parasites that go inside the people. So, yeah. A lot of TV shows and a lot of movies have some truth inside them. You know, they kind of give you hints. And I pondered about that too, because I always wondered, well, you know, some people say, oh, they have to tell you in stories what they're doing. I don't believe that's true. I believe some of them, yes, they are telling you stuff because they laugh and because they think nobody will ever believe it, for one. And then I believe that some people just have this intuition. Some of the filmmakers years and years ago, none of them now, but I mean, before they allowed stuff out, you know, and they just put out movies that had truth in there, that, you know, some of the truth was in it. Like the X-Files it has some lots of good stuff in there. Okay, you've watched V. Yeah, V is the reptilians, right? The old one, I think, was really good. I watched that when it first came out, the old one, and I think it was in 1983, 1984. I was pretty young then. And I watched V. Battlestar Galactica. I like the old one, and I like the new one. They're both good. A little different, though. I think that Battlestar Galactica, they got this, some of the people that wrote that story, I think they were watching Eric von Daniken, the guy that made that book, Chariots of the Gods. And, what the hell was that? I'm going to have to check that later. I think that's why they wrote that book, because it's kind of a neat story where they're colonies, supposedly from Earth, that went back to Earth, right? They're going back home to Earth. And they all have the astrological signs, like some of them are Gemini and weird stuff like that. It has to do with astrology in there with different people. That was kind of interesting, I thought, at the time. I was when I was a kid, I loved science fiction, but I was a weird kid. That's what my wife says. You were a weird kid, probably, because I told her all the stuff I used to do. I wanted to learn about all science first and space and the planets when I was really little. And then I started learning about astral projection and stuff when I was like in the early 80s. Yeah, so I was reading books on it when I was like 13, 14 years old because I had experiences that I didn't know what was going on. So I learned about that, and I also was reading Robert Monroe's books on astral projection back in, the ones he wrote, I think in the 70s. I was reading them in the 80s. And Far Journeys, I think it was called. He had some pretty crazy astral projections and a lot of stuff. I believe that a lot of the stuff he's seen was true, but not everything. Because I learned that when people do astral projections, I think a long time ago it wasn't as bad. But I mean, these beings can, if they know you're astral projecting now. Like they watch people who can astral project. And some of the people that are astral projecting, I found out they're being shown, they're using technology to show people holograms and things to make them believe what they're seeing is true. Like some of them, they were especially the ones that are wide open and speak about their experiences, and some of them are being shown lies, even in the astral, and they're thinking that they're experiencing something that is, they have answers to things. Then I look into it and see, and then I find out no, that's not what's going on. A lot of them are being manipulated. That's when I learned. See, I learned a long time. Like the things I found out was, I found out that there was so much manipulation going on, especially with psychics. A lot of the psychics were being manipulated. That's why you can never get a genuine psychic, like, have psychics that people that try to find, when they work with the police and stuff like that, and they never can get the straight answers because they're being blocked. They're being blocked and their abilities are being blocked and shown things, right? Sometimes some of these psychics can break through and see some things, but most of the time they're getting information, that bad information or manipulated information, right? And then you have channelers, and most of the channelers are channeling these beings, these interdimensional beings, and not knowing that they're being manipulated and being lied to. See, these interdimensional beings, these guys, they give you bits and pieces of the truth, and then they fill the rest with lies, so they steer you in the wrong direction. And then, of course, you got channelers and some people that are just fucking liars, right? They're just doing it for money. Same as psychics. You have some people that are just lying, pretending to be psychics, and just lying. Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, another meteor went by. A little streak. Yeah, sometimes that connection, what happens with the iPad or whatever tablet I'm using, sometimes the Wi-Fi connection gets cut off and then it just stops. So I have to fix it. So like I said, when I do eventually get a mirrorless camera, I'm going to get a mirrorless camera and change it into a full spectrum camera so it opens up to infrared and then use that. And they got some really good ones out there. And it's cheaper than getting real night vision because real night vision is, it's really expensive, like super expensive. I can't afford shit like that. I can't afford to go spend $7,000-8,000 on a night vision camera right now. I can't. There's no way. But I can get one of those mirrorless cameras for probably like $600 or $700, and then get a lens, proper lens with the low f-stop that you captures more light, and then mod it. And I'm looking at like $1,200, maybe. So, and it looks way better than this camera. Like what you can see with that cameras, those cameras are really good, right? I gotta make this bigger now. Yeah, take a look. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna take a look around. I'm gonna go down a little bit first. A little bit more. I'm gonna scan around. See if I see anything. Well, the good thing is the sky's pretty clear tonight. Oh, must be pointing towards a light. That's why it's doing that. That's not the moon, is it? I better take a look and see. Hmm. Yeah. Looks pretty cool, though. I'm going to go back up, I think. That's almost back straight up again. Just wanted to see if I could see anything. Scan the sky and check it out. Just after 12 o'clock now. Hello, Chris. I'm just being quiet. I'm just looking at the screen, watching for seeing if I see anything. I get talking and then I miss something. Oh, the nine are the ones that are going after me. It has nothing to do with free will on this. They do what they do, and they've done it for quite a while now. And me and them are battling back and forth constantly. Some people would think, oh, he's just crazy, right? But I know what I know. And my wife knows it just as much as I do. And some of the people that I know around me, that they know what's going on is real too. So it's not me by myself. We know what's going on. The data centers, well, that's new information I got. That's why I was going through it when I researched stuff. And like I said, I explained how I did. when I figured things out about certain things, I look into it, and the data centers I found out it's all connected to the vaccine shots. I explained that they are the owl's eggs, and the owl is the grays, and the snake beans and the reptilians. It's their eggs that were injected inside the people with the nanotechnology. Some people were saying that they're parasites, but yeah, they are parasites, literally. It's eventually they're gonna turn the signal on, and it's gonna activate these things. And that's what I heard. That's part of their plan. So yeah, it's some crazy shit. Definitely. Not everybody's gonna believe me, but I just want to put that out there so people have the idea in their head that it's a possibility. Yeah, the data centers are connected to the signals and the frequencies I heard that they're going to use. So that activates these eggs, these beings inside the people, which is also connected to Starlink and Starshield. And yeah, so. Some people have some crazy, like other theories about the data centers. I've looked into them, but I'm sure they might have other purposes as well. Yeah. Well, a lot of people are gonna. A lot of people aren't gonna, just you throw out an idea like that. Like when I talk, like what I say about what's going on. A lot of people are just gonna look at you and shake their head and think you're crazy, right? You know, that's a very slow moving satellite. That thing's moving super slow. Well, I heard about portals as well when I was researching it. It does have something to do with portals as well. And the portals that I know that they're using, that they're in Washington, D.C., in the National Mall. These portals that exist and that they use. There's a reason why they built that there. So, yeah, so the portals have something to do with possibly something to do with astral stuff that I know of. How they're going to use it, I'm not exactly too sure on how that's going to work out. But the main part has to do with the eggs activating, hatching, growing, and taking over the people's bodies, basically taking over their. It sounds like a possession almost, but it's based on technology, and so it's mixed with technology and other things. See, without the technology, that the nanotechnology that is inside the people that they put in there, these beings, these parasite owls' eggs would not even work inside the people naturally. They need the technology for it to work. One mile above. Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's going to blow a lot of heat up there. Oh, yeah. The parasites, the synthetic parasites, that's those parasites. They're connected to this race. They've been doing that for a very long time. That's connected to the Morgellons, right? And people were seeing those parasites inside the people. That they started doing that, from what I heard, when they first started doing the chemtrails. That was in the chemtrails getting released in the sky. And I heard, though, that it didn't work. It didn't pan out the way they wanted it, because a lot of people were able to reject their parasites. So these eggs. So what happened was, this is their next attempt at it, where they have to put the technology inside the people, and they had to inject it into the people and have the technology and the egg go inside at the same time. And I think still people's bodies were able to reject some of it as well. But there's still a lot of people that have it in them. But I haven't seen John Kansas, but I know about all that stuff already. I've known about it for years and years. Like, that information I come across probably back in 2008. Like I said, I've been doing this for a very long time. Well, if you looked at some of the other ones, I think there was another guy. His name was Franco, and he took some of the vials of the vaccine and was looking at these parasite beings and these eggs that were hatching, or some of the eggs did hatch, some of these parasites. And he said that some of these little parasite things were aluminum-based life forms. So, and he's never seen anything like that ever, which basically, it's an alien, or it's a genetically life. It's a synthetic life form, but as well, right? It's alien. It's foreign. It's because there's nothing on Earth that's a life form that's alien. I mean, that is aluminum based, right? You have everybody else is carbon based life forms. Well, this thing is aluminum based life form. Yeah, they're real. I believe some of that stuff that one guy was talking about. I can't remember his name. The vril, where they put them in the people's eyeballs. See, that's the people that they do that to people that I think there's something that they have to do. They do a ritual with it, and these beings do a ritual, and they put them in the eyes, and they have to do something to the person for it to accept it. Plus, the person is also agreeing to accept it. That's another thing. They are agreeing to this thing being put inside them. Oh yeah, the snake venoms. Yeah, yeah, that's all true. They put that shit in there, the venom. Yeah. Partially, I think some of that venom in there. The only reason I think they put that venom in there, well, it could have been for that little parasite thing, but it's to make it look like people were getting sick, right? Because they had to have something to make people look like they were sick when it was going on, right? And those venoms, basically the exact same symptoms as that COVID bullshit. That's why, right? They said they put it in the water. I believe they did. Well, yes, somewhat it does, right? So there's a lot going on too with that Vril stuff because you have people that have snake beans introduced to them. Um, some of them are not, what do you call it? How it works is it's, some of them are being in, like some of them in the past, and the people that have these things in them, these creatures, they're not the reptilian or the gray itself. What it is it's an in between creature. So they put this creature, this little thing inside, this little snake parasite in some people. This is a different one. I heard that the actual name of that creature is called the wraith. Because these are things that they've been doing for a very long, long time, right? This thing's called a wraith, and what it is it goes inside the person, and it opens them up to the interdimensional beings, and then those interdimensional beings can lock inside that body. The astral goes inside their body and takes it over that way. There's two ways they do it, right? So it's the information I got there. I keep forgetting about some of that stuff, but yeah, that's how some of that stuff works. Well, it also depends where you are with the water too, right? Like I would never drink city water for one thing, and I have filters and all sorts of stuff as well that I use in my water. So what is that? No. I was hoping to see one of those triangle craft or even that U-shaped craft saw earlier. That was crazy. Yeah, it is. You always got to keep researching everything. It's just, it's, I have an advantage to some of that, but I mean, a lot of people can see it. A lot of things are fucked up. Okay, okay. Let me see here. What time is it now? 12:21. There's I think I'm seeing, is that a comet or something else that I'm looking at? Oh, what was that? Flasher. Oh, it's just spinning. Well, yes and no. Contacting some of these things and it's not a good idea if you don't know what you're doing. Like, especially with that stuff with Stephen Greer, where he's getting everybody to do that. They call it Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, and what they're doing is they're putting in their mind to talk to the UFOs. They say to get them to come and show them. What I heard about that was when I was researching that, it said that's a really bad thing to do because it is opening yourself up to them and you're going to see lies and they're going to show you things and all sorts of bad shit. Yeah. So if you're not, you have to know what you're doing when you deal with this stuff. You got to know. It's basically, you just have to know what's going on. You just have to know what it is and what is not is, right? Certain things. Crazy. Still haven't seen anything out of the ordinary last while bit, or last half an hour or so. A lot of satellites, so. Well, here's the thing, right? These interdimensional beings, they are interdimensional, yes, but they are from way out there. They are aliens, right? It's really weird to wrap your head around because you have to understand that we're all interdimensional in a way, right? But we're locked in our bodies differently than because of this net that's around here. So we can't jump around like they do. They have control over this place and the different dimensions that they're using around this place. So, but they are from a different star system. Some of them are from like way out there, right? So yeah, they're fucked up and they are aliens. See, that's what I was trying to explain, because a lot of people are saying, well, they're just demons. And from my understanding, these beings, like I said, pretend to be, they're the ones that actually created the scriptures, and they're the ones that created all that stuff, most of it. And so our religions most of them are written because of them, how they set it up. And so a lot of the people are not they don't think of them as aliens anymore. They think of them as demons, and some people think of angels, and it's like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. These things pretended to be demons, pretended to be the gods, pretended to be angels, but they're still aliens, and they are demons, and they are these things, right? It's all fucking messed up. And it's hard. It's for a person that's really follows religion. It's really hard for them to accept that, right? So, and that was the whole point of it. It's so to keep you from not seeing the bigger picture. You can only go so far with religion, and then you can't go any farther because then it goes against your beliefs. And these beings and some of the reptilian shapeshifters and some of the snake people that are, pretending to be people on this planet, some of them are pastors, some of them are religious leaders, some of them are politicians, some of them are in the alternative media pretending to be the good guys. It's some crazy shit. They don't always pretend to be bad. Like they don't come across as bad guys. They pretend to be the good guys. They pretend to be, in the spot. They go into the spotlight and they do good things for some people, and because they're playing a role. These things play roles. They because it's all about deception and lies. Well, there's, some scriptures, some things, some of them have some truth in there, right? Some do, right? There was knowledge a long time ago that that knew what was going on. Some of them, but I mean, excuse me, a lot of that was lost or misinterpreted or changed over time. No, nothing there. Still no. Oh, there's some bugs flying by in front of the camera. Yeah. Well, I'm going to wait till his battery dies in this camera and then probably shut her down. It's probably got another 15 minutes, I'm assuming. But I haven't got a battery warning on there yet, so that's good. I'm going to take a peek around and see. Let me see here. I'm going to move that camera a little bit. There's constantly something moving, though. Well, yes, spiritual war, kind of, yeah. What the hell was that? Yes, a lot of people have their own beliefs. That's got to be a street light or something that's affecting that. Yeah, nobody wants to be wrong, especially when you believe something, right? And sometimes the hardest thing to do is let go of your beliefs. You know, you might have a belief in something that's going on and it's wrong, right? And you have to always question everything, though, even your beliefs. It's like that cognitive dissonance saying, you know, if you hear something that you don't, affects you a lot and it goes against your belief systems, you have to question it. Why? Instead of freaking out about it and just not accepting it, you have to question it. Well, religious wars, They're guided by these beings. Same as all wars were guided by these interdimensional beings. All the wars were. It always has been guided. Every religion has been guided by them. Right? So, see, from my understanding, what I've heard from doing what I do, I heard there is a creator, and all I hear is that they are called the One. And it is in this battle, in these other dimensions, fighting these beings. And the mistake that I heard that the mistake that religion makes is the mistake that it says that this creator or the God is all powerful, all knowing, and all seeing, and can do whatever the hell it wants. That's not true, from my understanding. It's there are other things out there. So let me see here. 1239, 1240. Sure, a lot of meteors tonight. I wonder if there's a meteor shower. Hmm. Oh, there's something moving there. What's that? I can't tell if that turned or not. I think it's just on a straight line. Oh, there's two of them moving together. Both of them pretty dim. Oh, and a third one below it. Crazy. Still nothing out of the ordinary. Well, I haven't heard. Oh, you talking? Are you talking about Bill Gates, Cheryl? What do I think? I think he's just. I never heard that he was a snake person. I never heard he was a reptilian. I never heard anything like that. I think he's one of their, just a follower. I'm assuming he probably knows a bunch of stuff, probably does rituals, probably does all those other things, right? But he's not high up on the totem pole, I would say, like some others. But his agendas are obviously being controlled by the others, but he's putting them out there. I think he loves money. That's what, and he's probably gave himself over to them. The tall ones, they're both the tall ones and the short ones. They're all them, right? So knowing their name helps, but I mean, not the way they'd say it does. It's better to know what they are. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they are my understanding of what they are. It keeps saying they're reptilian, they're snake and bird beings. Like that's their base of what they are. Like a mixture in their genetics, from my understanding. But they also control the other ones too, right? Like a lot of the aliens that you hear about, like the Nordics and insectoids they talk about, and tall whites and all those other ones, they're all under these. They're all under the grays. Most of them. Yeah, birds are reptiles. Yeah. That's the way they're based. That's what these things are. That's their genetics. So and then you can see they use their own symbolism. They love the symbolism, right? You know, you look at the gods and Sumerian gods. It's a person with a gigantic eagle head, birdman. And then you have the reptilian looking ones, right? Do I think of them like that? I think they have those. I think they have some of those. I'm not saying that's what they are, but I'm saying, oh, I think I just got cut out. My live stream just went. Hang on a second. Let me shut this. Let me see. Waiting. Camera disconnected. Oh, that's odd. Why did it do that? Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm back. I just had to do a couple things, and but I had to get this going. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at this video first. This is the one I just downloaded on the computer. Let's open with this one. Skip ahead a little bit. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to find that spot. Oh, what was that? Plane. Yeah. I just jumped it ahead. I'm gonna try to find the spot where I seen that craft. I'm gonna speed up the footage a little bit and try to find it. The speed of the footage is 8 times, so things are gonna move really fast. Let's see where that thing is. I'm pretty sure it's not till I looked up, but I just want to watch some of this footage first in case I missed something. So the quality of the video is probably going to be a little bit better now. Now it should be along here, not too long. It comes from the top. I got to keep an eye out for that damn thing. It was really hard to see when I seen it, so hopefully I can still catch it. Just got to watch for it. Found it. Got it. There it is. Right there. I'm going to slow this down. Back down to real speed. Can you guys see it moving right there? Right above the cursor. I'm going to bring it back. Bring it back a little bit. Where is it? Did I go too far back? There it is right there. Something caught my throat. I don't know if you guys are watching, but it's right here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to speed it up. You'll see. I'm going to keep it at like 4 times speed. I might be able to see it better. Can you guys see it moving right there? I'm going to bring it back a little bit. I'm wondering if I should brighten this up just a little bit. Just a tad, maybe. Bring it back 10 seconds or whatever it is. Yeah, it comes in at around 18 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm going to brighten this up just a tad. There. Now I'm going to set this back up and play it again. It's right there. Looks like a cluster of them moving together. I don't know if that's one object or just a bunch of them together. See, there it is. Looks like a cluster. Some people would say, oh, that's just birds, but no, that's not birds. That's a cluster of something. That's not an actual shape of a UFO, but let's go back to right about there. Yeah, it's changing shape. Like, it makes me think, oh, yeah, some people might say that's just birds, but no. I've seen flocks of birds and stuff like that, how they travel in here, and they don't look like that at all. I don't know what the hell that is. Do that again. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. That's not a triangle craft, and whatever that is, it looks like it's changing. Like, it looks like they're all individual. Then I put that at normal speed again. Well, you can barely see it though. I don't know if you guys can see it. Excuse me. Uh, I'm out of British Columbia, Canada. Bring that back again. I'm going to go by really fast and see how they go. Kind of turns. Let's go back. Here it comes in really fast. You know, it makes me think of a flock of birds almost. Yeah. That one's really hard to say what that is. To me, this takes actually it's not that big of a portion of the sky, but it's a fair size. And what they look like to me, you know, could they be birds? Hard to say. Like I said, I've seen birds fly in a flock in there before, and they don't look exactly like that. So I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, I'm gonna let the video play and see if I see anything else in here. I'm just going to go at fast speed. Maybe I'll catch something that I missed. Yeah, it was very weird. Yeah, I'm just going to keep playing it through. See, out of a lot of these satellites that are coming across the screen, satellites travel in straight lines. They don't turn, they don't make sudden turns, they don't change direction. So if any of these objects change direction, it's not a satellite. You know, and the TR-3B craft, or that's what I think it was, those triangle crafts that I was catching, they're very dim, and very hard to spot. Like even in the lives, like I've missed them in the live, and then when I've gone over the footage, I've seen them in the footage. Look how far we are through. 39 minutes in. No, nothing. Just pause that for a second and keep going through it. Okay, what the hell was that? The left corner. 46, 44. Let's go back to there. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Something flashed on the left. Might have been a meteor over here. Just slowed it down. I want to see what's going on, what I missed there. Where am I at now? 4610. Okay. Pause that for a second. Okay. Oh, it was just a meteor. Okay. Let's speed this back up again. No, You got to remember these satellites are all at different heights, so they crisscross in front of each other all the time. You got to consider they're up so high, and each one is at a different height, so they're not. The chances of them hitting is probably zero because they're not like on a flat plane, right? They're like there's a lot of space in between them. On the moon, yeah. Well, there's a lot that went by there, but I've caught in some pretty weird shit. I got to go back. Some of my footage, I got to go back and look because I haven't posted everything that I've caught or caught. Where are we now? 3 more minutes left. It'll go by pretty fast. Oh, it's restarting now. Yeah, so let me just see here. I have another file, but I didn't download it, but I might be able to still play it from the from there. Let's see, open with. Here's the other one. I'm going to brighten that up a little bit. This one I'm going to speed up as much as I can. I can't go too fast to speed when I'm pulling it off the card. But 4 times the speed is pretty good. I can watch it for a little bit. Let's see if it'll pump out 8 times. It might work. There we go. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Didn't. Dyson glasses. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Well, the first one, all I can say is I don't know what it is. I can't say anything. So if we catch anything else, maybe. Trying to keep my eye out for anything. Because those triangle craft that I kept seeing, they're hard to spot. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. How far are we now? Well, we're halfway. Okay. Oh, still nothing. It may be a no show for those craft tonight. Well, this is when I was flipping around and checking things out. Hmm. How much time? Oh, 10 more minutes. But it'll go by pretty fast. Just a lot of satellites. Holy crap. I'm getting close to the end. Shit. Nothing. Well, didn't have anything. Have you noticed the shifting of the moon these past years? Yeah, I've noticed some weird shit with the moon. Definitely. Yep. Yeah, I've noticed some weird shit with the moon last 7 years. Yep. But I should get off. I gotta get some sleep. It's pretty late here, so hope you guys enjoyed the satellite show, though. No real unidentified objects there except that one, but I don't know what the hell. It could have been birds, that one. I'm not saying it is, but I can't say for sure. Oh, yeah, Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, there's some weird shit going on there. It's a TV show, and you think, all this other stuff, but I seen some stuff in there that they are doing some stuff there. So it makes me wonder why they're letting that happen, but maybe it's because of the right timing for it. But yeah, portals. You got to remember the Fae dimension exists, and the Fae, I think, come through those portals. So, okay, I have to say goodnight, guys. Yes, it was good talking with you guys too. Yeah, if you want, go ahead, send me some information. And I will always be online here somewhere doing something. Okay. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to shut the stream down. Good night and good day.